Hello, hi you guys, and welcome to Nosy Bystanders Live. I am your host, Chief Nosy Bystander. Got a little tongue tied there. All one word, not two words. So I'm going to do a little weekend. Why can't I talk? My mouth might be dry. My throat might be dry or something like that. Okay, whatever. So I wanted to do a weekend recap of some of the news. And if you guys didn't check out my vlog, I'm going to post it in one of these little cards here, somewhere here in the corner. So I vlogged all weekend long. They're very short clips, but they're good clips, you guys. They're very good clips, okay? I don't want to toot my own horn, but your girl's in her vlogging era. Your girl's in her vlogging era, okay? I even got a little clip of my new man's, which I have a strong inclination, a very strong one, not just my gut feeling, but because I was sleuthing through his shit, that I'm going to end up being engaged this year. Okay. I'm so excited. Come to the wedding. Don't come to the wedding. Who cares? Okay. But most certainly, when I put out that registry, I want the whole thing cashed out. And and like, okay. So I have been vlogging separately, privately, vlogging my wedding experience. And so like I've been vlogging my looking for dresses and venues and all that other stuff. So like that's a big deal for me. So I've been vlogging all that separately. And then once, I finally get engaged, I'll be able to unleash that vlog. It's a big vlog. So I'll be able to unleash that big vlog for you guys. And then, other stuff. So, next weekend, it'll be more vlogging throughout this whole week. It'll be a ton of vlogging this week too, because I'm on my period, and so like I have to keep running to the store, not for tampons or anything, but just like I just have like urges for like milkshakes and stuff. So I'll be vlogging all week too. But there is news that I want to get to. Some of the news I want to talk about. Tia Mowry talking about she lost her virginity to her husband and her whole life's journey of choices. Good for her. Then I want to talk about Drea Michelle, who just released or just said that she's going to put out a tell-all book. And I want to get to DDG and Joe Budden and their exchange over the weekend about their breakup or whatever the heck these two men want to call it or whatnot. So I want to talk about all of that. But first, let's just see who's all here. There's a bunch of y'all here. Okay. Let's see who's all here. What's up, Dr. Chase? And how you doing today? Oh, that's just me. Hi, saying hello. Hello, Noel. Hello, Holly. Hello, Callie. Hello, Life of VV. Hello, Crazy Fish Lady. Hello, Delicious Dialogue. Hello, Brown Delight. Hello, Sexy 65. Hi, D Marie. What's up, Shy Heart? How you doing today? What's up? It's in me. Mio My. Hi, Mio My. What's up, Shaw Shaw? What's up, Marie? All the way from Facebook said, Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. All the way from Facebook. Y'all stay messy and informed, I see. I appreciate y'all being here, okay? What's up, Princess Coleman? What's up, Key? Again, all the way from Facebook said, my first live. Yeah, I enjoy your content. Thank you so much. Is it Keisha? Or Keisha. How you want us to say it, Keisha? We just all just trying to get everybody's names together. What's up, Markla? What's up, Kara? How you doing today? What's up, Lady T? What's going on? Oh, it's Bloom. And hello, Rena, again, all the way from Facebook. And Danny, all the way from Facebook. Blessed and highly favored. How you doing? Oh, it's Bloom. What's blooming? What's up, Dominique? What's up, Mrs. J? What's up, Ladybugs? There's a lot of you guys in here. What's up, Valerie? What's up, Bridget? What's up, Bria Luna? Hi, Bria Luna, all the way from Facebook. And Ladybugs, Big Leo energy. What does that mean, Big Leo energy? And did I say hello to you, Valerie? Hello, Valerie. Hello, Aaron. Said first time watching you on YouTube. Been TikTok friends for 3 years. Oh, hey, Aaron. Aaron, I know you, Aaron. I know a lot of people don't catch me over on YouTube. I used to vlog a lot back when I was fat. Nothing wrong with being fat. It was just I was going through a dark patch. Okay. But yeah, you guys can check out all my old vlogs when I was like a lot bigger and sadder. Hello again, Delicious. Hello, Tanisha. Hello, Lovely. Hello, Brown Mommy. Hello, is it Kylie? Hello, Kylie said, love your stuff, girl. I'm a big fan here on TikTok. Oh, thank you. Man, I love TikTok. And I miss TikTok. I do. I miss live streaming on TikTok a lot, but it's had become so, guys, I always share my thoughts on, I'm looking at this mirror right here. I always share my thoughts on, leaving messy TikTok, and it's just like I had to. Like though there's something like disturbing about those people. And like I want to share a story. So like, and I'm not gonna name any names. I'm just gonna share a story that I had saw you guys had sent me the clip, and it was just a real short clip. And it was really kind of gross to watch. And it was a blogger. It was a blogger's clip. And in my live stream here on YouTube, I had just said the vlogger's name. No harm, no foul. I was gonna really ask her a question. And I was like, you know what? Never mind, never mind, never mind. I didn't want to ask it on live stream. I figure I would just DM her on the back end and ask her. It was just a real simple question about this piece of content. And I had made mention of this person's name, and then I was like, oh, you know what? Never mind, never mind. And the way that the video, this is why this just further propels me as to why I leave messy TikTok. And in the clip, it was edited in a way to make it seem like I was going to cuss this blogger out, which I wasn't. I was simply just going to ask them a question, and then, just really thinking quickly, like, no, I probably don't want to ask that question out loud, even though the question was really ambiguous. It was a very ambiguous question. And the way that the clip, it was almost as like this person was excited to be mentioned, and then excited to like create this false hatred, which in turn, I actually really love this, like one of my favorite bloggers on TikTok. And I got the clip, and I was reading the comments, and people in the comments were like, oh, why she don't like you? Why she hate you? What you do to her? Da, 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 da. And the carrying on of this narrative, and it was like, all this person simply had to do was just DM me, like, oh, Nosy, you had mentioned me when you were live. Were you going to ask me something, or were you going to mention something? And I simply would have been like, hey, I was looking for this one clip. That's all. But it's the way that it was spun. It was the way that the video was spun to make it seem as though I had an issue with this person, or this person is an issue. It's like, I actually really like this person. I really respect a lot of the work that they put out. But when I saw that clip, I was like, oh yeah, that's fucked up. Like, that's a fucked up way. Like, if as many times as my name gets mentioned across social media, I could quite literally take clips and spin them into some really grotesque narrative. You understand what I'm trying to say? And like, I don't, because I just don't. I don't because I don't. Because I would never do that. And I'm just like, man, it's so good to have integrity. It's so good to be like a honest editor. It's so good to like follow up with people, if I care to figure out why I'm being mentioned, it's so good to do those things. And to see that from that blogger who actually respected above a lot of not above all else, but like at the top tier of respectability, and to see them produce something like that was really crass. You know what I mean? And I was like, wow, all they had to do was just simply ask me, if they cared so much to be made mention of. I mean, quite literally, again, I get made mention all the time. I don't go and seek out answers for why people mention me. I just let them mention me and move about my day. So I just thought that was interesting. And I was like, you know what? This further lets me feel fantastic about why I left messy TikTok, because it's the narratives that are spun. It's how people create themselves, excuse me, how people create their own enemies out of sheer nothingness. And so, I lost a lot of respect for that person. I did. I lost a lot of respect for that person who did that. But it is what it is. It's Sunday, and I just wanted to get that off my chest again. Every day, there are clips that I'm being sent from messy TikTok of constantly being mentioned by people. And I'm just like, why won't y'all turn me loose? Pause for dramatic, effect. Why won't y'all just turn me loose? What devil do I owe a debt to? You know what I mean? Like, and I think about that often. I'm like, what devil do I owe a debt to? Because the way that I won't get turned loose, getting turned every which way but loose, to me, I don't even find it funny. I just find it very interesting. And once I have an answer for it, I promise I'm gonna let y'all. Okay, when I let y'all know, I'm gonna let y'all know. Okay, but it's just a mess. It's a mess. It really is. It's a real mess. And that's why I'm, again, very glad and happy to be over here on YouTube where it's peaceful, even though I still, read my DMs. You guys send me DMs, I read them. Make sure you smash the like button. I tell y'all to do it when you leave, and a lot of you don't. So before we begin any other statements from me or clips from me, I'd really appreciate it if you guys smash the like button. It's not like TikTok. You don't got to smash your heart out. It's only one like. I know TikTok has this veracity of forcing you to like all the way to 1 million. There's no million likes over here. It's just whatever you guys like. So if you can, smash the like button. I'd appreciate it. Okay. I would appreciate it. Okay. 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 Let me read some of your comments. And then first, there's a couple stories I want to get to, but let me share my screen, and then I'm going to read some of your comments, and then we will begin. Okay. I'm going to really start off with this DDG story. The story was interesting between DDG and Joe Budden. Very, very unusual dynamic, a child and an old man. Okay. Let me read some of your comments. Where was I at? This is from Crazy Fish Lady. Said, why vitriol? Child, you let me know. This is from I don't recall. It's a messy TikTok. It's full of a lot of people who need help. What's up, Desiree Williams? Your comment was blank. I don't know if you wanted to leave another comment. This is from Sarah Bellum. I hope I'm saying your name right. You said, it ain't the devil. It's just crabs in a barrel and toxic like that. Yeah, I agree. This is from Life of Evie. Said, I said that too. I'm at peace over here. Yeah, I'm like, dang, cut me. They think they got a grip on me, but I'm just like, dang, how come? I mean, I appreciate, and I just want to make this clear. I appreciate you guys sending me all of these messy clips and stuff. Like, oh no, I want you to cover these clips, but 90% of the clips are just clips of people expounding on me, and I'm like, I'm not even over there. I'm not even over there anymore, So I just find it interesting. Okay. It's from Callie. Said it was getting confusing and messing. Very. This from Cynthia. Said, good evening. Hi, Cynthia. How you doing today? This from Sexy65. Says, I'm glad you're back. I don't TikTok. Never have. Never have. You prefer YouTube? A lot of people prefer YouTube. Said, I love his DDG. He is a troll for real. You really think so? That's from Cynthia. Said, they are using you for likes and clicks, I guess. I mean, I guess so. I do have a like and clickable face. I do have a like unclickable face and a like and clickable voice. From Brown Mama. Said, I know you said you gave your sister TikTok. Does she understand how messy it is, and can she handle it? Well, she doesn't really cover messy TikTok. She literally just cooks and talks about her trips with her boyfriend, fiance, and talks about all of the stuff she buys and unpacks. You guys, my sister's not only in her own little sphere, she's also really rich. So like, she just be doing rich girl shit. So if you like watching rich girl shit, then that's the content for you. This is from Creme de la Creme. Said, DDG, making how is there a baby mama and burn me a baby mama? She'll never sit with me and just go back to Black Nanny shit. Whoa, what does that mean? I think that was translated poorly. It's from Ashley. Said both DDG and Joe need help. Didn't Joe Budden like beat up one of his, or a bunch of his ex-girlfriends? This is from Pretty Nikki. Says, hey now, from the Bay Area. Hi, from the Bay Area. Life of Vivi said TikTok is toxic. Yes, friends. From Tia. Says, hi, Nosy. I was in the vlog comment section looking for everyone. Found y'all. Found us, friend. Thanks for finding us. This is from Miss J. Says, I love you over here. Very peaceful. Thank you. That's from Patricia. Said DDG was irrelevant before and well after. Well, now he a baby daddy now, now he a baby daddy. I don't know what he did before, but people say he was a streamer. Other people say he was a rapper. So I'm not entirely sure like what DDG is known for, except birthing a very adorable baby by a really pretty girl, But the only reason as to why she ended up with somebody like DDG is because she put like her emotions over like being a sound individual. You can't money a man to success. She's got money, he doesn't. So you're not gonna be able to money him into success, like it don't work like that. It really don't work like that. And my sneaky suspicions, I think they broke up a while ago. I do think they broke up a while ago. If you actually just look at their content before the breakup announcement, they were never posting each other. They were posting the baby, but they weren't posting videos with the baby. I think they broke up during the pregnancy, and that's when they both probably collectively found out she was pregnant. I don't think that they had been together for at least 18 months. And that's just my prediction. I'm not a publicist or anything by that nature, but I do know that a lot of celebrities kind of like keep their private stuff on the hush hush until they're ready to announce it. And they didn't want it to look like they broke up. Like maybe she was waiting for a brand deal to clear. Maybe he was waiting for something to clear, and they didn't want it to look like be messy. You understand? So I think they broke up. And this is just my guesstimate. I think they probably broke up about 18 months ago. They probably broke up when she found out she was pregnant. I will. Dang. Take out the trash. But I do think that I absolutely 100% unequivocally believe that. Let me get some more of your comments here. I love Blaine. I love Blaine too. Creme de la Creme said, sorry. Siri said, whatever it wanted. Oh. Brown Delight said, I'm glad you're back on YouTube. Me too. You said, because I never really got into TikTok like that. I got on your live streams every now and then. So I'm glad that you're back on YouTube. I did miss you here. Thank you, Brown Delight. I missed you guys as well. You said I'm driving and using Siri. Friend, don't do that, friend. Okay, creme de la creme, do not be doing that. I did that one time. It's not good. And I was doing it down a windy road, might I add. This is Miss Jay said, love Blaine, love her too. Callie said, both men are icky, very much so. It's from Patrice, said exactly, he's irrelevant. Ashley Freeman. Never heard of DDG until he started dating Haley, or Hallie, I think her name's pronounced Hallie. Yeah, same. I never heard of him again until her. This is from Sarah said, creme de la creme. I was wondering if your AI was broken or if you were okay. Creme de la creme, they checking on you, friend. They said, is you all right? He's a YouTuber who became a streamer and then a rapper. Got you. Thank you, Anomaly. I hope I'm saying your name right. I really hope I'm saying your name right. As from Brown Delight said, they broke up when she got pregnant. Her sisters were going in on him. Then once the baby came, they pretended to be a couple for us nosy peppers. Yeah, I think so too. I do think that that's the only main reason why they had announced the breakup is because they're like, all right, show's over. We're done acting. I wouldn't, she probably ain't touched that man in so long. You understand what I'm trying to say? Creme de la Creme said, I definitely broke up for a while. I never see them in the videos he makes with his kid. No, never do I. What's up? LA Will said, hello, Nosy Bystander TV. Hello, how are you doing today? As from Cynthia said, hey, Nosy, how you doing? Yeah, so let's just get into this article because I'm trying to figure out how him and Joe Budden got into it. Not that I care about him or Joe Budden. I'm not a big fan of baby daddies. Like the baby daddies are down 1,000%. I mean, we saw this weekend, or we saw this whole like last month with Cardi B and Offset. He a baby daddy and he is annoying. You understand what I mean? So like, I just think it's just very interesting. I'm like, that man is annoying. It's just like baby daddies are down 5 million%. This article comes from Complex. Said Joe Budden and DDG had quite the interaction over the weekend. Following the latter breakup with him and Haley Bailey, I think that's how you say her name, on the latest episode of Joe Budden's podcast, the former rapper took time to comment on DDG and Haley's breakup shortly after. And I want to kind of play this clip. Okay, give me 1 second. Hold on 1 second, you guys. I got to pull it up on my phone. Okay. I'm going to play the clip scene here. It's from a TikTok video. Hope there's volume.
Is DDG. and why am I supposed to care about his thoughts on anything? I'm very happy that they have broken up, so I don't get to keep seeing this name attached to this girl's name when I don't know him for nothing as a standalone. And for me...
Okay, let me... He ate a little bit with that one. He ate a little bit with that one. He did. He ate real bad with that one. I got to rewind that back. Joe Budden, I'm not a fan of yours, friend, but you ate real bad with that one. Okay, hold on. Let me just.
And why am I supposed to care about his thoughts on anything? I'm very happy that they have broken up, so I don't get to keep seeing this name attached to this girl's name when I don't know him for nothing as a standalone. And for me, it's important to know people based off their own name and merit and what they have done. Every time I see his name, it's attached to hers, and it's typically in some type of clout chaser fashion. So that makes me look at him a different way, and hopefully I get to look at him a lot less now that they've broken.
Oh, she's extremely high profile. She's high profile.
Very high profile and very talented.
And you saying her head game is trash, gonna go get their own account.
Yeah, we figured it out.
They're gonna go find out on their own, number one. And number two, if it was that trash, why you snatched that cherry so fast, my boy? I mean, if her head was as bad as you say, that cherry didn't levitate long before you got in action, DDG.
That's
I
impressive.
don't even know what that stands for.
What does DDG stand for? Daryl Dwayne Granberry.
Yeah, your name, Granberry? You know what my thing is with these that's on the rise and they want to go get with the chick with some notoriety that's also on the rise.
Salute, by the way.
Whenever that relationship fails, I never see them bounce back with something that's going to get Shorty upset. I normally never hear from them again in the day.
And that's true. We're playing this clip from Joe Budden's podcast about DDG. And welcome everybody in. So he's right, though. You never see a guy who gets a bad bitch. You never see them get a badder one when they break up. When Mariah Carey left Nick Cannon, who did he get? Yeah, I bet you can't name none of them 12 baby moms, can you? Sure can't. Nope. When Sierra left Future, who did he get? And stayed with? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought, friend. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Name every one of Jennifer Lopez's exes, and who are they with now? I think she was with Derek Jeter. I think she was with Alex Rodriguez. All of them. None of them. Well, technically, I think whatever. I'm not even going to get into that, but I think she's a beard, if you know what I mean, for a lot of men. But they don't. And Joe Budden's right. But let's continue to hear what he has to say.
Well, I don't think I'm going to ever hear about DDG and his next chick.
I'm on.
Well, his chick before her, you know who she is.
I don't.
Who?
Ruby. I'll talk your DDG.
Who was the chick before her? I'm afraid that we view that differently.
And there was a whole lot going on with her where she was doing clout chasing to their relationship.
Well, Ruby is a hustler and a business owner.
I think they're referring to Ruby Rose, Ruby Red. It's some girl. I don't know what her name is, but Ruby something.
Who was the young lady before her?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
That's what troubles me. That's what troubles me. Good luck, DDG. This will be your first and last time being mentioned on this broadcast for the rest of eternity.
He's right. I'm sorry. Now let's go through the rest of this article. I'm going to read some of your comments first, but Joe Budden, yeah, he had a point. Where I'm trying to finding the lie. I'm having a hard time finding. Ruby Rose. Okay. Let me get to some of your comments. You said, I thought that was Ruby Rose, man. Okay. So it was Ruby Rose. From Patrice said, I don't like him speaking out. She hasn't said a thing. I feel like he's using her and the child for clout. Thoughts? She should have had an abortion. I'm sorry. The baby's cute, but men give you signs. Men give you signs that like they're going to be gross monsters, and it shows. And I can guarantee you DDG throughout his entire relationship with Hallie was probably dragging and dogging out Ruby, and that should have been a precursor to how he was going to get ready to treat you. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So if she found out she was pregnant, which I think it has a lot to do with religiosity. I don't think Hallie had that baby because like she wanted to. I think if I had to take a guess, Hallie and her sister, Chloe, they seem like they're super religious. So like they may not believe in that. They may not believe in like, abortion. So I think that's the only reason why she had the baby. I'm just being honest with you guys. That's probably why she had it. I don't think she had that baby out of like sheer like, oh, because I just love him. He's the best man ever. I think she wanted to get out and she felt, oh, great, now I'm pregnant. I got to keep it. You know what I mean? They're very young, so they're still heavily influenced by religion. If they are religious, I don't know, but they give off those vibes of being hyper religious, So I think that's probably reason why. But yeah, my thought she should have flushed it, and as much money and access she got, she could have flushed it easy. So I'm like, the fact that she had it, great. The baby's adorable and cute. But just know you are attached to that man for the rest of your life. And he is going to air out all of your business. is really that simple. He said it's pronounced just like Halle Berry. Okay, Halle Berry. Yeah. Creme de la Creme said, I mean, Joe Budden ain't tell no lie in what he said, though. He did not. This from Life of Evie said, he's right, though. Even though I don't like him, he needs more than she needs him. Exactly. Didn't she just do that Little Mermaid movie, which grossed like, I don't know, if I had to guess, maybe $500 million. And I already know for a fact she got darn near 50 mil for that movie plus royalties. You understand what I'm saying? So she definitely got a quick bag out of that. And from Sarah Bella said he definitely using her for sure. As from Patrice said, heavy on standalone, because where he come from, I don't know where he came from. Again, I know somebody in the comments had said he was a YouTuber, streamer, then rapper. But again, I never seen a man a day in my life. Some Privacy Unlocked said, now, I don't always agree with Joe, but broken clock is always right twice. This was his twice being right. This is from Anonymity. I hope I'm saying your name right, or Anonymity. And it's not anonymity. I hope so. He says, it's surprising me that people don't know DDG. He has made a name for himself and still makes millions from YouTube. He had been doing YouTube for years. Yeah, well, he's younger though too. So you have to kind of give us some credit. Like most of my audience is aged anywhere between 30 and 60. So we're just, I'm almost 40. So we're not really privy to like young YouTube streamers. I mean, still, there's a lot of streamers I don't know, and a lot of people know them. I just found out who David Dennis is. Duke Dennis. David Duke, whatever his name is, the cute black kid. I just found out who he was like a week ago. Dennis Duke? I don't know what his name is, but the cute black boy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the people warned her for months. They sure did. From 6065 said, he's like a kid. We'll be posting everything. Precisely. It's from Princess Coleman. Shout out to Princess Coleman for being a member. Said he wanted to be seen when Usher gave her a cherry. So he took it and gave it to her. Lame. Very much so. Very, 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 very much so. Duke Dennis from AMT with Kai Sient. Got you. Okay, so yeah, I just found out who he was. And I did one story on Kai Sient. He seems like a really annoying, short little person. And people are like really dragging him this week because he did an ad for McDonald's, even though people have been boycotting McDonald's because of the genocide in Gaza. So people were like, oh. His supporters said, not the rest of us, but the rest of us was like, oh. So he did that that McDonald's thing, and people were like, boo, tomato. Okay, it's from Brown Mama said, I think Hallie and her sister Chloe were rebelling against their parents and going for these men, and their parents said no to. Chloe was with Gunna until he went to jail. I didn't know she was with Gunna. Gunna fine though. Yeah, Gunna is fine. And I don't know if she was with him, like in love with him, because Gunna, before he went to jail, he was on Billboard magazine. His career is insane. Like it's insanely good. His music's insanely good too. So I think it was more, that seemed more like a PR thing. Do you understand? That seemed more like a PR thing. When I look at girls who date rappers and the rappers go to jail and then the girls are still like kind of interconnected to them, I think about Reginae Carter, and I forget what the one guy she was dating. Gosh, he's in jail. She dated him for a long time. Even when he was in jail, she was still riding for him. And I think she probably had a good talk with her mom and dad and was like, just leave that boy alone. She's like, okay. But she wrote for him really hard. And Mariah the Scientist with, what's his name? That YSL trial guy. Yeah, YNF Lucci. Yeah, YNF Lucci. She was with him for a while, and she really, because I had watched them a lot. This was well before I was vlogging. Vlogging and Nosy Bystander. I always watched them because I always just thought they were a really cute, dark-skinned couple. You know, you don't really see a whole lot of that on social media. And so I would watch her read her tweets a lot because I'm like, she's so beautiful, and he was so handsome. And then turns out he did all these like terrible things. But when she was with him, she was still riding for him even when he was in jail. And I'm pretty sure she probably had to talk with her mom and dad, and they were like, just leave him alone. She's like, okay. But she did really, 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 really ride with him for a while. But Gunna and Chloe seem more like a PR thing. You know, again, he was on the cover of Billboard magazine like a 2 days before he had got arrested, so like, It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. This from Life of Viva. Did I read this already? He said, I didn't know him until he got with Haley. And that mess with Ruby. Yeah, I just found out who Ruby Rose was this week. That's from Cynthia Jones. All on Facebook. Shout out to Facebook. Says some people keeping their child may not be religious, but moral value. Some wouldn't abort just because the guy was a jerk. Well, where does that moral value come from? There's no such thing as morale. Like, when it comes to abortion specifically, if your thoughts on abortion is bad, but I'm not religious, it doesn't make sense. Because then why is it bad? Oh, because life begins at conception. Where does that notion comes from? It comes from religion. Do you see where the two go together? So typically individuals who have some error, let's just not call them Christian, let's just say some error of religiosity, typically are pro-choice, because it trickles back down to something. You cannot say, oh, I'm an atheist and I think abortion is bad. And then you ask, well, why? Well, because life begins at conception. Where'd you get that from? Because science tells us there's no life in that thing until like 6 weeks, 8 weeks, roughly. So when you're saying life begins at conception, but you're an atheist, where did that concept come from? When science tells us this, and life at conception comes from where? It comes from some sort of standing religion. It's that simple. So no, if she kept her child, she has to have some air, just an air, just a soft air of religiosity. Just soft, even if she doesn't practice anything, Buddhism, Christianity, Hinduism, she has a soft air of religiosity somewhere. Or she was just foolish, or she was still technically dating him when she found out she was pregnant, and then the breakup may have happened during her pregnancy. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? The breakup could have happened, but in my personal belief, I think the breakup happened well before she even found out she was pregnant. And then she just said, I'm just going to keep it, because of her air of religiosity. So that's where and this is just my hypothesis. It's not fact. I don't know these fucking people. This is just my opinion. You know what I mean? And it's just based off of, hold on. It's really based off of how they track their social media, right? Because that's the only way that you can like even surmise what celebrities are doing. When celebrities don't post each other, and then subsequently after they break up, it gives you the idea like, okay, well, then when did they technically really break up? They're telling us they broke up today, but sleuthers, nosy people want to know, well, when did you really break up? Do you understand? When did you really break up? So that's where that comes from for me. We did the same thing when it came to that Wendy Williams story, when people were like, oh, Wendy Williams, she's going to come back to the show. She's coming back to the show. I said, but if you look at her social media, she had quit posting about the Wendy show. She even quit posting us updates. She didn't give a fuck at that point. You know what I mean? So we look at the in between, like what's in between the lines. Does that make sense? Oh, we're still on the story. Golly. Did DDG ever reply back? Oh, he did. Oh gosh, he did. My word. Okay. And this tweet, I don't know if you guys can see it, but let me try to blow it up. I'll read it to you. It doesn't even matter. DDG replied back first via Twitter and said, pump it up went gold after 20 years. You owed BITCH. And then he tags Joe Budden. He said, I'm on you. He then says, I'll be tripping about the girls saying ish because I'm used to it. It's all love, but you N-words with platforms gonna get a response for show. And then he said, N-words got 30 years max of life left. And speaking on relationships of people the same age as your son, you take care of. I hope you forgot to take your magnesium pills. I hope you forget to take your magnesium pills today, you old B word. And then he tagged Mr. Joe Budden with the old jokes. Hold on one second. Okay, Joe Budden is 44 years old. I had to ask Alexa. He's 44 years old. Okay, so with the old jokes. Okay, see now I realize we're dealing with children. Because I don't know if Alexa's voice is like, I don't know if there's like copyrights on her voice. So that's why I always mute it when I talk to her because I don't know. But yeah, so he's only 44 years old, calling him old, talking about magnesium. Now, I'm not gonna argue with you. You should be taking magnesium. Okay. But come on with the old stuff. Come on with the old stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna get to this story. It doesn't matter. I want to get to this story. Anyways, with the old jokes, I want to get to this story about Tia. Poor Tia. I hate that I clocked her tea last year. 2 years ago. I hate that I had to clock her tea 2 years ago, and her sister. I really hate that I had to do that. But baby, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do, honey. And if somebody didn't clock their tea, I don't know who would have. Now, we been knew these two wasn't messing with each other. And when I posted that viral story, let me give y'all the history of that. I posted a viral story on TikTok. It had it was like a 5-part series. It had hit like 30 million views. It was about how, in my belief, that Tia and Tamera didn't even talk to each other, didn't mess with each other, were not kumbaya and nothing. Y'all ate me up so bad in those. I went back to read them. Y'all ate me up so bad in those comments. Y'all ate me up so super bad in those comments, saying you're a liar. These sisters, they love each other. They're so close. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whatever y'all was saying. I don't care what y'all was saying, but you was saying it, and I read them. And then the Tia comes out, and Tia comes, I don't know which hand, comes out and says, we ain't that close. I don't even, she's like, I wish we was, but we ain't. And she's like, I really wish we were around my divorce, but we're not. And so I had to go back to that video, and I was like, because I can tell I'm not like a PR person or anything, but I think that current publicists nowadays, who a lot of these celebrities have hired to be their publicists, are terrible, are so freaking terrible. They don't even, the way that they post on social media, to me, it always looks like Swiss cheese. It always looks like Swiss cheese, because it's like, even though they're publishing a lot of stuff on social media, they always fail to miss the mark on some things. And people like myself can see through those Swiss cheese holes. So when I had tracked the twin sisters' social media 2 years ago, and I told you guys, they don't post each other. They post a picture of themselves when they were 6 years old on their twin birthdays every year. And that's about it. They had not seen each other. And y'all were literally like, no, they're just busy. No, they're not. Nobody's too busy to talk to their sister. Nobody's too busy to go see their sister. Nobody's too busy to go to their sister's Thanksgiving or go to their sister's Christmas. Nobody's that busy, especially when you have more money. When you have more money, you have more leisure. And I kept telling you guys, these girls don't mess with each other. They're literally taking their money and access and avoiding each other like the plague. Well, turns out I was right. So now Tia has this reality show on WeTV where she's basically just talking about her life after divorce. And she had talked about in this week's episode, I think the episode aired on Saturday or Friday. She had talked about this week's episode, how her husband, she had met him when she was 19. They got married. She had got married at 22 or 25, and she lost her virginity to him. And he was the only man she had ever been with, ever. Had never been with anybody else ever. I feel bad for the woman because now she's starting late. Technically, she's not starting late, but she's starting behind the curve. So she don't know that these ain't worth. She don't know that. She doesn't know that. She didn't get a life of ain't shit. So she don't know that these men aren't worth a damn. She didn't know. So now she's got to start slow, but she's got to start like pitchforks out and like, blinders and stuff, because she has no clue or concept that the men out here are awful. So now she's starting at a curve. She's not starting at a curve. She's starting at a defect, She just learned that she has a choice. She just learned, I don't even know if this woman has ever orgasmed in her life. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. I have no concept. Has she ever? I have no idea if this woman has ever had the big O. She's only been with one man. How tragic. She got no miles on her. And it scares me because she's susceptible to these bad faith men who could just come out of nowhere, you know? Oh, let me get some of your comments. Oh, let me get some of your comments, Fran. Let me get some of your comments. You said, I have to go find that series. Yes, it's pinned on. Oh, well, you may not be able to find that series anymore because I gave my sister the page where the series belongs. So she might end up privating it, but it's definitely somewhere on. I don't know where that series is. You just have to believe me. This is from Cynthia said, not really. I respectfully disagree. There are some people without God that will never abort. I'm in New York. Some of the atheists and will never murder or abort. But I disagree. I digress. It's just not possible, Cynthia. I'm sorry. It's just not possible. You have to ask someone. If you personally know someone who is an atheist who will not have an abortion, the first thing you need to ask them is, why? That's it. It's that you know those people. I don't know anybody like that. I know Christians and I know, Muslims who won't abort, and I know why. Well, the first thing that's gonna come out of their mouth, because life begins at conception. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So if you know an atheist who said I'm anti-abortion, you have to tell me who, honey, because they might make it their way to the Guinness Book of World Records. They just might, friend. Okay, they just might. This is back to Cynthia. He said, you just want a baby and not the man. Or you just want the baby and not the man. Possibly. But she's too young. She didn't need a baby right now. That's just my personal opinion. I think she's too young to have a baby. She's a child. That is my personal opinion. Okay? That's from Princess Coleman said they had a big fallout when they had their reality show. They definitely did. This from Sarah Bellum said the publicists are so busy trying to be famous too. Hazel E was a publicist. A lot of them. There's a lot of bloggers who want to be famous, who don't even want to blog stories anymore. Look at Jason Lee of Hollywood Unlocked. Look at the woman who runs the Shade Room. Look at Kyle, who runs the Neighborhood Talk. They're too busy out here trying to be celebrities and just bypassing all the news. And I'm not saying they're wrong for it. I'm just saying, like, if you were the person who started reporting the news and you did it with such a degree, you better be able to teach that to the people you're going to pass your business off to, or they're just going to just get sloppy and, messy with it. You understand? But like, everybody wants to be a celebrity. It's crazy. Sexy 60 said, especially when they were twins, they usually are connected. That's right. Cynthia Jones says she shouldn't have been with him, period. We all agree with that part. Child, I agree with that part. It's from Sarah Bellum again. He said, wait a minute. Did she say that she never had a big O? Somebody gonna flip her inside out? No, she never said that. But I said that's just what I think. If you're with one man, like that's the only thing I could think, because men are so terrible at doing everything that, like, I can't imagine the first guy you got was able to do something good. Like I don't know. Now she need hope. She do. She most certainly does. It's just my personal opinion. She does. She needs to get out there and just turn out, because that body count stuff, that stuff doesn't count. That only counts to men who never get any. That only counts to men who never get any. That's the only people that counts to. It doesn't count for anybody except men who don't get none. Women don't ask about body count because women get it. That's why we don't care about body count, because we get it. We're like, and in our heads, we're like, oh, everybody's getting it, until you meet a man who's like, well, what's your body count? It's like, oh, he's not getting any. And then that's when we laugh at them because they're pathetic. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Simple as pie. Simple as pie. What's up, Shalina? How you doing today? This from Brown Delight said, child, Jason Lee, I know. It's from Sarah Bellum said, oh, I think I read that one already. It's from Delicious said, as long as you can take care of yourself, have your whole face. True words have never been spoken by Delicious. Okay. This from Danny said, I knew they stopped messing with each other when I saw them back and forth on their show. I'm just saying, but let's get into this article. Okay. Let's get into this article. I'll read some more of you guys' comments in a moment. Okay. This is a great picture of her. She's so beautiful. Okay. It says, while reflecting on her marriage to her ex-husband, Corey Hardick, I hope I'm saying his name right, actress Tia Mowry revealed she lost her virginity to him as she couldn't date until she was 18 years old. When they met, he became her first everything As a refresher, Tia Mowry is 46 and Corey is 44. They met in 1999. And in 2008, they tied the knot. In October 22, they announced the end of their 14-year marriage. And in April 2023, the divorce was finalized. They also have 2 children together, Cree, who was 13, and Cairo, who was 6. During the premiere of her episode of her new reality show, Tia Mowry, My Next Act, the Sister star didn't hold back about losing her virginity later than most. She said in a now viral clip, Tia is having a deep conversation with her friend, including fellow actress Essence Atkins. Mowry asked Atkins, how did you navigate your own 2016 divorce from your husband of 10 years, Jamie Mendez? Mowry agreed with many points Atkins made and went on to share that she got tired of showing up at events and people thinking that everything was perfect when it wasn't. She said she would leave those events and go home and just feel alone. As the scene cut, Mowry in a confessional talks about, my persona as a celebrity is kind of like the girl next door, the white picket fence, but what I didn't show was the reality of what was really going on in my marriage. She reasoned maybe I was trying to live a fantasy. Cutting back to Mowry and Atkins and their friends sitting on the couch, Mowry revealed that she had never dated. She explained, Corey was my first everything. Cutting back to the confessional, Mowry admitted, I wasn't even allowed to date till I was 18 years old. And I met Corey when I was 20, lost my virginity at 25. And there I said it. And then we got married. Boom. Well, she said before recently sharing details about losing her virginity in her mid-20s to ex-Hardick, Mowry recently opened up in a 2013 interview with Ebony magazine. And at the end, she said, my husband and I, we were friends a whole year before we decided to start dating. And even once we started dating, we waited. I lost my virginity at 25. So we even waited for a while, even to get intimate. Wow. Sheesh. This worked for some people. It doesn't work for some people, and it's okay. That's what I mean by baggage. Know and learn and understand what baggage you can handle and what you cannot. I'm curious if there was any now, because she said even so she was 3 years married and didn't even touch her husband. I'm curious if she had like some sort of trauma why she didn't allow, like they didn't consummate the marriage. You understand? Like, was there like some sort of level of trauma there? Like, ooh, or like was she scared or something like that? Or was she like, did she really not like him? Maybe she didn't even like him. That's the only thing that I could surmise from her relationship. Like, why did you not touch your husband for 3 years being married? Did you not like him? Like, did you just marry him because it just looked good on camera? Because I couldn't imagine with my man, I couldn't even imagine being in a house with him for 10 minutes without trying to hunch on him. So I can't imagine like 3 years and not hunching on him and he becomes my husband. You understand what I'm trying to say? Interesting. It's from Delicious Dialogue side. As long as you take care of yourself. Oh yeah, I think I read that. This from Danny Real G Cuff said, I knew they stopped messing with each other we already read that. I'm sorry. This is from Tiana. I hope I'm saying your name right. Said Tia probably started acting funny and stuck up because her sister really doesn't have anything going on, and she probably didn't like Tia's husband. That's what a lot of people say. If you guys didn't know, Tia Mowry, the twin of this sister, is married to a man. He's like a pro-Trump, pro-Republican. He had made some statements that had actually just resurfaced about Trayvon Martin, basically saying Trayvon Martin deserved what he got, even though he was going home with a bag of Skittles in his hand. And so I think a lot of people were like, maybe her sister too was just like very turned off about her sister's decision. Now, mind you, her sister got married to a man that Tia was well developed and married a man. And she said, I got married young, but Tia, you got married later. So you had a choice to pick somebody. And this is who you chose. Maybe that's how she felt. It's from Sexy 60 said, he looks boring, just missionary style, the whole man. Girl, I don't know what they was doing in the bedroom. 60, I do not know what these people was doing in the bedroom. Girl, you said she wasn't married until after she was pregnant. What do you mean? Can you elaborate? Not Republican. She was married till after she was. Yes, honey, he's a Republican. He's a Trump supporting Republican, the crazy kind. You know, we love everybody, but you know, they're like the crazy cousins. We just keep inviting to Christmas every year because we know they're gonna say something funny. You understand what I mean? But yeah, it's all a mess. It's all a mess. But yeah, poor sister. So hopefully, you know, and this is just my last thoughts on Tia, and we're gonna move on to the next story. I really hope that she like finds her, sows her wild oats, gets out there. Um, you know what I mean? Like let loose, let them have it. And then she might, and pray that she finds a really, really, really good man. Maybe Sierra and Russell Wilson can put out a prayer for our good sis, okay? Because we realize those are the only prayers that work out here. One day, I don't know if you guys ever watched, but I think it's on Twitter. I'd have to find it. But one day Sierra was praying. She was just on Instagram. She had posted a video on Instagram where she was just praying. And it was like a prayer about like finding love and finding divineness and finding, you know, somebody who could just be your partner and somebody who loves you and respects you. And baby, that tweet had went like mega viral because it was a video, and girl, people was in the comments praying. Honey, it was like a few years ago. Child, I was in the comments praying too. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was in the comments praying too. Okay, and so I feel like everybody who was like under that tweet, like, girl, I received this prayer. I feel like everybody's like super happy now. So I feel like maybe Tia or Tamera, maybe Tia can catch that prayer somewhere else. She can go comb the streets of Twitter and try to find that prayer, honey. Maybe some of y'all can too. But yeah, honey, we was praying hard in that baby, we was praying hard in that comment section, honey. We was a toe up mess. And I remember all my comment cousins was in there with me. It was years ago. My Twitter comment cousin was in there with, honey, we was praying our life away. Okay, because it was like, look, Sierra gonna send it out to us and we're gonna catch that prayer. So maybe Tia can catch one of Sierra and Russell Wilson's prayers. And maybe she'll end up, you know, doing just all right. But I think she's going to be fine. I think she's got a lot of learning. And just pray, you guys, that she has the right people in her corner sending her the proper prayers. That's all. Like, she'll find the right man so long as she has the right sound, unpick me women in her corner. She's got a bunch of pick me's in her corner. She's doomed. Okay. She's doomed. Doom. So, let's just pray that Tia doesn't surround herself with no pick me's, you know, anti-pick me. And it's a cross. Anti-pick me. Let's just pray that she just doesn't. Okay, that's all I got to say. That's really all I got to say. Okay, let's get to this story. Oh, child. Why they got a picture of him up here? They got no picture of okay, well, here he is. I don't really want this man's face on my thing, but I'll just start the clip here. This is about Drea Michelle. You guys know Drea Michelle. Drea Kelly. We'll call him Kels for short. Just use the term Kels. Kel's ex-wife says she's going to be writing a tell-all book. I'm actually interested in reading it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'd read the tell-all book. I'm interested in reading it. She was with him the earliest and the longest. And so I'm interested in seeing like what she's actually has to say. Before we get to Drea Kelly, I want to get some of your comments so we can finish out this clip with Tia Mowry and her marriage. You said they both married before being pregnant. It was televised. Oh, yeah, but it was still a mess. They both picked bad. Let that freak flag fly. That's right. This is from Camantha. I hope I'm saying your name right. You said, I believe they grew up devout Christians. I think you're talking about the earlier clip with Hallie and Chloe Bailey. It's from Delicious Dialogue. Said, I wonder if Tia will consider dating a woman. That for sure worked for me after divorcing my husband. Oh, wow. Not confess. This is not a time for confessionals, Delicious. This is not, baby, this ain't the time for that. This is not the time. What is happening? This is not the time nor the place. Okay? Not the time or the place. Friend? What's up, E-Ortiz? Said, is Tia the one that was on the talk? I think it's Tamera was on the talk. Delicious. Said, I'm going to burn some sage for her. The dating pool is full of BS. Yeah, friend. Yeah. after telling all your business in the comments. Dang, friend. Yeah, that's right. Ciao. Wow, y'all be let loose in the comments. I forgot the Comic Cousins over here is a little bit different than the Comic Cousins on TikTok. I forgot to tell y'all that. Okay, but let's just pull up this article here. Okay, give me 2 shakes, you guys. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me pull this article up. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I got to fix my camera. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. That's our last article. Wait, what time is it? Sheesh. Okay, let's get to the last article. So it says that the former wife of star Kells has announced that she's releasing a book while their daughter has an upcoming documentary. Oh, wow. Drea Kelly posted a video clip on her social media account to tell her more than 500,000 followers that it's time to tell her story. Called Under the Red Carpet is the title of the book that she professes will tell people who she is and her journey as a wife of Kells and beyond. And as she states in the video, that she has gone through blood, sweat, and tears, literally. She said, I'm a beast and a butterfly. God said it so. And the time has come to disrupt the deception. For years, people have spoken on my life without knowing anything about me. How crazy is it to speak on someone you never met or have a conversation with as fact? Well, the time has come to speak without fear. I am more forcing a smile to get through the pain is being me. Of being me. No more be nice to please the unpleasant world. My book is going to set many free. And if you have a problem, it's not with me. Take it up with God. This is his will, and so it is. And this is the book called Under the Red Carpet. Dr. Drea Kelly. I didn't know she had a doctorate degree. Wow. This particular announcement comes right after Kell's daughter, Joanne Kelly, will appear in a documentary called Kell's Karma, The Daughter's Journey. The trailer was released on September 24th, promising to tell the full story of the man that we knew as the Pied Piper of R&B. The doc will reveal a heartbreaking secret that shattered her childhood and changed her forever. The documentary will include an interview with her siblings, Ja and Robert Kelly Jr., as well as his former wife, Drea. Along with Drea's forthcoming book, the children of Kells released their untold story about their father. The family is ready to spill the tea, along with their personal experiences with the I Believe I Can Fly singer. Wow, that is really sad. He really, man, that's really sad. That's really sad. I mean, I think they should. I do think I want to be clear. I'm very supportive of Drea Kelly as well as his children coming forward because they have a story to tell too. I mean, she was married to this man and she birthed his children. You know what I mean? He was doing a lot of stuff. He was also according to her in some statements, she said he also physically, and so I feel like this is one of those tell-alls that I'm actually really interested to watch and see. I want to read some of your comments. What's up, Tim? Said I checked all day. Tim, I posted it right here on YouTube. I posted that we're going to be live here. I probably should have went live on TikTok to let you guys know. I'm sorry. So those are my apologies. This is Camantha said, it's unfortunately Drea is a victim, but people don't care for her as if she was complicit. Exactly. Just like Sparkle. A lot of people thought Sparkle was complicit until that docu-series came out and stated that and pulled up the police report from 1990, whatever. It's like 1994, 1995, where she actually went to the Chicago PD and told them she was an artist working with Kells and he had did something to her niece. And she had the tape and gave it to the Chicago police. And she also gave it to the Chicago Tribune. So she gave it to both the police and the newspaper. So, and people for years kept saying, Sparkle News, Sparkle. She didn't know. And I'm like, why after 30 years, no one actually looked up the police report? Her name was smack dab right on the first police report for the first account of it completely. So I just always thought that was interesting. She actually follows me on TikTok, Sparkle. Shout out to her. And so I did a series and I had pulled up the police report and I had pulled up the original article from the Chicago. It was archived. That's how old the article was. It was archived behind a paywall. And I had to pay for the paywall to unarchive the article, and she was there in the article from the first story ever told about him and that tape. She was mentioned. It said the aunt of the alleged victim produced this tape and statement to the Chicago Tribune, and people still blamed her for it. And that means that R. Kelly and his team did a really good job smearing her the whole time. They did. They spent a 30-year campaign smearing her. Whole time she was the one who brought it to the light. We would have never known this was the type of man he was unless Sparkle came forward. So yeah. It's just crazy. This from the upper echelon said, I'm in support of Drea as well. Unfortunately, she receives a lot of backlash because she was married. People assume she was in cahoots in his crimes. Yeah, that's true. And she was not. He was a very, 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 very highly sought after record artist on tour all the time. He didn't take his family with him all the time. He wasn't Beyonce. Beyonce said it's very clear. I take my family everywhere I go on tour. So she only goes on tour in the summertime. So I do not go on tour when my kids are in school. But we saw that because we could see every video with all her damn kids there and that husband of hers. So we know Beyonce has a very strict tour schedule. R. Kelly may have not. He may have just left his family at home like most men do when they go on tour to go do trifling, seedy stuff. Upper echelon again said this is the reason victims don't speak. Precisely why they don't speak. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm very interested in seeing and hearing about that story. I think it's going to be a really interesting story. I'm really, really interested in watching her daughter's documentary about, her father and everything else. And I hope you guys also catch it too. I think it'll be really interesting for a lot of people to watch and just kind of give them the support that they need being actual victims of that monster. I don't think I have anything else for you guys. Please smash the like button. That's all I got for you guys, unless you guys have, hold on one second. Let me check my text. Who's texting me? Okay. Unless you guys have any other questions for me, that's all I really got for you guys today. I did post a vlog. Again, I'm going to post that here. So somewhere on this screen, usually at the end card. The end card is usually going to have the next videos, which is going to be my vlog that I did this weekend. Where is it airing at? Let me check. It says TEVI. Doesn't really say anything else. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Let me see. It's right here at the top corner. It just says this. This is the name of the TEVI network. That's who published it. TEVI network. I'll put it in the chat. I'm not entirely sure who the network is, but TEVI network is the name of the network who's publishing the docuseries. So, and I'll pin it right here at the top so you guys can see it. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. I'll give you a couple of minutes because I know it takes a while for the comments to come in. Do you guys have any final questions or final thoughts on all of these stories? Make sure you like that smash button on your way out. Don't be ignorant, okay? It's like wipe your feet when you walk into my house. And we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. We'll be back tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here at the Nosy Bystanders Live. I'm your host, Chief Nosy Bystander. You guys have a wonderful night. And again, at the beginning of this video, this live stream, I didn't have any mini thoughts because I haven't checked my DMs yet, but I'll check my DMs if you guys sent me some stories you want my final thoughts on over on Missy TikTok. But that's really it. That's really all I got to say. All right, you guys have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.